Hi guys, how are you doing? It's Kat at spiritual-candy.com, awakening with you to the relationship you really want with today's free online tarot pick a card reading, which is on how do they feel about you. So today's reading is intuitive, and remember it's also general, so some of the messages might not resonate with you. That's totally normal. Just ignore the ones that don't resonate and take what does. If you want your own private reading on any topic, any question, it's £20 for 20 minutes and you get your reading within 48 hours. If you want to look into how to do that, you can go to the link in the description box below or to spiritual-candy.com where there is a book a reading page. So my goal at Spiritual Candy is to help you to have a better relationship with yourself and others. So for more free tools and books, please head over to spiritual-candy.com and check it out. So I hope you're all great and that you find today's reading helpful. If you do, please like the reading. That's always really great for me, so I know which ones you're enjoying, and subscribe and hit the bell if you want to receive future notifications about the guide's messages. Okay, so let's get on with it. Hi number ones, how are you doing? Okay, so how do they feel about you? How do they feel about you? Well, they feel like you are like perfect husband or wife material. Now, don't be insulted by that. I'm just using that term just for brevity's sake, okay? So what I mean by this is they see you as their ultimate. They see you as someone that they would want to commit to. They see you as someone stable, reliable, honourable, loyal, decent, abundant. They also see you as a great mother, a great father. You know, I mean, this is a female, so it's largely applies to women, but it doesn't matter. If you're a male inquiring here, then, you know, that's fine. It just means that they see you as very stable and as a good parent type of a role. You can play that role really well, that you're abundant in all ways, but that you've got a real stability about you. You're very nurturing, you're very down to earth, you're very stable, you're very reliable, you're steady, but in a really positive way. So this is how they feel about you. They feel that you are someone that they can rely on, someone really stable, someone really amazing, you know. It's interesting though, because I feel like this is, in some ways they've always known this, but it's more that it's kind of a bit of a realization that's come in recently. They probably always knew, but for whatever reason it didn't really strike them properly. But I feel like they're having a bit of a truth, a bit of an aha realization. Reality is hitting, and perhaps this also can be to do with cutting away old relationships or old situations. This is a very forceful new beginning, the Ace of Swords. It's called triumphant success, so you know how they feel about you. You can expect to feel very successful here because they're seeing you as really amazing, and this is going to bring about a new beginning, okay? But in order to bring about that new beginning, they've got to let go of an old way of doing things. So they've been trying to go about their life or about the relationship or about the situation a certain way. It's not worked. It's not worked, it's not working. They've got to surrender. They've got to try a whole different way. It's just not worked for them. So they've got to let it go and try a different way. It does require them to stop being so in their head or so ego-based, and to go into their heart and soul and to follow their core light more, you know, and to stop trying to force a situation to be the way they think it should be, or to manage it the way they think it should be managed, and to actually go with the flow, really, more with, you know, going with the flow of life. So they're going to have to admit defeat on something, which could be really quite difficult for some of them. But this Ace of Swords says this new beginning, it's very forceful, it's happening, okay? So there is opportunity. You know, they feel like there is opportunity with you. The ship hasn't come in yet, you know, the opportunity isn't here yet. I think it's because they've had this recent revelation, this recent realization, and also because at the minute they're still kind of dealing with the old way of doing things, and they're going to have to do something very different in order to manifest this opportunity. So there's still going to be a little bit of time, but they do see the opportunity if they can stop doing it this way and change the way they act. You know, they feel that not only there's opportunity, but that you could be the one, that they feel like that you could come together and have this commitment, have this situation, and have a beautiful long-term situation. Two of Cups. So yeah, they definitely see this, but they're going to have to make a change and have a new beginning, let go of an old way. So much love to you, number ones. I'll see you soon, tomorrow or on a private reading. In the meantime, please like and subscribe. Hi, number twos. How are you doing? I hope you are great. So how do they feel about you? Okay, this is intense. This is very intense. They feel a lot of intensity. Okay. So how do they feel about you? There's a lot of thinking going on here. A huge amount of thinking. They're thinking a lot, but they're not really seeing where they're going. So we've got a lot of thinking, but not a lot of action. Things are delayed. Things are not clear. They can't really see how to move forwards. They can't see where they're going. So this is why I'm kind of stumbling a little here, because we're asking about how they're feeling, but the problem is that they can't really see where they're going, and they're very preoccupied with their thoughts around the situation. So, you know, let's start here and I'll come back to this. They're feeling an aha. They're having some sort of awakening or some sort of revelation or some sort of realization. Something has sparked a light in their heart and soul. So how they feel about you is that you have, possibly in quite an unusual way or to their surprise or whatever, you've sparked something in their heart, and they feel like, oh, like literally, that's probably the best. Oh, what? Huh? That sort of a thing. You know, it's woken them up to something. It's kind of shaken things up for them, and it's set their heart and soul on fire, you know, with the passion. Passion ignited it. It's sparked something for them, and it's a whole new beginning, or it's a whole new way. It's something totally different. It's something that's maybe a bit of a surprise to them. It's something that kind of has the ability as well to start off a whole new cycle, a whole new way. It takes things in a whole different direction. You know, it's a real awakening. But the thing is, their thoughts are meaning that it's because it's such, it could be a real change from what they're used to. It could be something really different. It could be something that really challenges the situation. Also, they could be going through a difficult ending here, which we'll talk about in a minute. But the point is that their feelings are very strong, but there's a sense of delay around it. So they may not even realize how they feel yet. That's why I was kind of stumbling at the beginning and why I needed to talk about this first, because this is happening, but the delay says they may not even realize what's properly happening yet, because there's a delay around how they're feeling. But it could be that they do know how they feel. They're just delayed because they've definitely got some sort of painful situation. Both of these cards are extraordinarily painful. This is possibly the most painful card in the deck. The Ten of Swords, they've got this horrible ending. Something has ended, or they've had some sort of difficult situation. They're feeling a lot of heartbreak and sadness and loss. But the thing is, both of these cards suggest that ending, that painful cycle is coming to an end. Now, this could be because of you. You know, it could be because of what you've done, that you've sparked something new in them, which has helped to trigger this end. Because divine timing is at play here. and synchronicity, destiny is at play here. So it could well be that your presence, your connection has been the thing that has sparked this ending, or helped this ending to kind of be faced and dealt with. But there's no doubt that they could well be in a very difficult position at the minute. Some of them won't be. Some of them it'll just be about letting it go finally. Maybe this ending happened years ago, and it's like, because they've been inspired by you, they're finally ready to let it go and move on. But for some of you, this can be a very real, your person can be in the middle of an ending, of a divorce or relationship or something, you know. But the point is that the dawn of a new day is on the horizon here. That by feeling the pain, it actually removes the block. It's a cathartic situation. The 10s are about the end of a cycle, the beginning of a new one. So the worst is over. This is kind of rock bottom. This is kind of, if you can feel the pain and let it go, you can move on. So, and that's what the Six of Swords is about in the upright as well, about moving on. But there's just a delay at the moment. But there's no need to worry, because their feelings are very real. It's really sparked a flame in their heart, okay? So it is going to be a case of allowing destiny to move them along. It's going to be a case of knowing that luck is on your side, really, and that it's moving in the way. It's moving positively into a new space, but it just may take a little bit of time. But this is destined. This is a call of destiny. This is kind of it could involve a spiritual relationship as well, with it being the Ace of Wands. It's like a spiritual awakening. Wheel of Fortune is about destiny, so it could certainly be like a soul relationship connection. So they do feel, and when you have a soul connection, it can spark bringing up old stuff, letting go of old things. And also in spiritual relationships, because there's so much healing and clearing that needs to be done, often it can bring about separations and delays. So it is definitely could be about a spiritual relationship here. But the point is, you have lit up a flame in their heart, and they really feel this on a deep, deep level. Some of them are not fully consciously aware of it yet, but they will be very soon. So much love, number 2s. I'll see you tomorrow on a private reading. In the meantime, see you soon. Have a great day. Please like and subscribe. Hi, number 3s. How are you doing? I hope you're great. So how do they feel about you? How do they feel about you? That's funny. The previous group got the Wheel of Fortune in the Rider-Waite. Okay, so how do they feel about you? They feel like they're being called by destiny to a new beginning with you. They feel like they're being called to a new beginning. They feel is predestined, or they feel pulled. They may well not be having to do much. It will feel like they just can't get away from it. So even if it wasn't what they wanted, and I think that for a lot of them, it's not what they planned, and it's not really what they chose. It doesn't mean they don't want you or they don't appreciate you, but they feel like they are being pulled by the universe, by destiny, towards you for this new beginning. They do feel like this feels very strong, that they are starting to acknowledge this or accept this, that they feel that you are their destiny and that they feel drawn to you. That everywhere, you know, it could be something like everywhere they go, they see your name, or they see things that remind them of you, or, you know, they just can't get away from it. And so they feel this new beginning with you, and they feel like they want to sort of take a leap of faith, leave the past behind, because this is the Fool, this is the Wheel of Fortune, by the way. So they do feel like they're destined to have a new beginning with you. That said, there's a heck of a lot of confusion and uncertainty. And that's why I say I don't really feel like they chose it, because the Seven of Cups says they can't make their mind up. They couldn't choose. The Two of Swords says they can't choose. So if they had to choose between you and somebody else, or they had to choose how to deal with the situation, chances are they didn't make the choice. You know, they didn't really choose. They didn't really, they weren't really emphatic about their choice. or if they did make a choice, it wasn't one that it didn't feel conclusive to them. They may have made a choice and told you, but it didn't feel emphatic. They still felt in two minds about things. They still constantly felt like they had so many things to choose from and they couldn't decide. So they still feel like this. They still feel like, really on a sort of conscious level, they can't make their mind up about what to do. They feel confused. They feel equally divided. But destiny's calling, the new beginning's calling, and justice, wow. You know, because justice is like rules and karma, and, you know, it's very much like things are on your side, not their side, but your side. You know, things are going well for you. So it's like they're being, it feels to me almost like they're being dragged towards you. And even though they feel confused and they feel like they don't know what they want and they don't know what to do, the universe is saying, go this way, go this way, go this way. And they are really very strongly being pulled that way. The good thing to know is that even though that could sound quite like they're being coerced, I mean, obviously if they decide they don't want to, or they are absolutely determined to not make a decision, even though the universe can pull them and cajole them and give them every sign under the sun, if they decide not to go, then they won't go, because, you know, they have their free will. But it is looking like they're being pushed that way. And the right thing is going to happen with the Justice card. The just and right thing, the positive thing is going to happen. It's not that they're being pushed in a negative way. They're being pushed in a really positive way. Like I say, they can choose to take it or not take it. But it is a positive situation, and it is something that will help them. They are being helped to make a really positive decision in their life. So it's almost like the universe is deciding for them because they can't make up their mind. So much love to you, number 3s. I'll see you tomorrow or on a private reading. In the meantime.